says the session is being recorded. Okay, everybody, welcome. This is the training call for Gabriel Containers, and I thank you for agreeing to help us on this job, and we look forward to a good enrollment next week. Let's see, Wendy. We have Wendy Laker online. She's provided the medical plans for the group. And Wendy, do you know a lot about the group so you can share about Gabriel Containers?
Yeah, I know.
And what they do?
Yeah, I
what they do? Okay.
So, yeah.
And the type.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you
now?
Go
for it.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know what? They are a manufacturer. They make paper products. So they make like big, I think like rolls of paper. And, you know, there's like 92 employees. It's a family-owned business in Rancho Santa Fe Springs, or Santa Fe Springs. But they are a manufacturer of paper. So most of the employees are in manufacturing. There are like the family, the Gabriel family actually, does the HR and payroll, but most of their positions are manufacturing. Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so thank you. So now that gives us an idea of the type of business that we have. And this is our second year here assisting with this enrollment, but it's going to be the first enrollment with CORE. And it looks like Mike is arriving. So before we continue on, I'm going to let, is that you, Mike? Hello, this is Andrea.
Hello, Andrea. Andrea, can you hear me?
Yes,
okay,
now we
there
can
we
hear
go.
you.
So sorry about that. Lots of difficulty getting in. Sorry.
Well, we were just starting to share about the group. Wendy shared a little bit about the group, and since I know you only have a little bit of time, I'm going to let you go ahead and speak so you can share about the group. We have Wendy on the line, and we have Edwin on the line, and we have Patrick on the line right now. So go ahead, Mike. We'll let you share a little bit about this enrollment
holidays,
before
everybody.
you have
Merry
to get
Christmas.
off. Merry Christmas. So what can you tell us about Gabriel Containers
cool.
and what you want to share with
Merry Christmas, everybody. All right. So we'll get rocking. I don't have a whole lot.
Well, Mike, I think we just lost you, Mike.
You're echoing like you have your computer and your cell on.
All right. So, nice company to make corrugated.
Mike, you're not coming in clear.
Products.
Mike, you're not coming
in
clear.
See how they manufacture boxes.
Okay, Mike, you're not coming in clear. So, Mike, I'm going to ask you to stop.
Their meeting room is out.
Hello? Okay. Everybody else still here?
I'm here.
Wendy and okay, and Patrick and everybody? Okay, we'll continue on. I think Mike must be driving somewhere where he's not coming in clear. So we're going to continue onward.
Production area.
Okay.
So
Mike, hey Mike, you can hear me? Stop.
It's in a break room and
it's just a little funny.
Where they do group meetings. And
texting Mike, guys.
Where a lot of the, when we had held open enrollment last year, we also.
Well, if he was at a Christmas party, I'd say he'd been drinking, but I know it's just audio.
I just texted him to stop.
Yes, I did too.
There later as well.
All right.
After the group meeting.
Hey, Patrick, can you try calling Mike for me?
Went for the group, and I.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully he got hopefully he's getting the message. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I texted him a couple of times too.
okay. Good.
Seconds.
All righty. All right. Onward.
You know, I do have a couple
All right.
of other things to add to the group. Now that I heard what Mike was going to say, this was Wendy.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Wendy. We can hear you.
So, yeah, exactly. So they are heavily manufacturing. I think you got decent enrollment last year for it being voluntary, and I think this was a new product for them. I don't believe they were offered voluntary product last year, or accident
No, that's
product
correct.
of that nature. They were on a HealthNet Salud plan, and the only reason I mention that is because it used to have benefits in Mexico. So we're actually moving them from that plan to a United Healthcare plan. But one of your biggest proponents is one of the owner's daughters. Her name is Ani. She's like the operations manager. She used your plan last year, and she's really happy with it. I mean, she knows how you could get reimbursed for the preventive care, and then she did use it in other ways. And she's like, you get a check, it's really quick. So, you know, it might be kind of a rougher crowd to kind of convince, but I think enough people enrolled last year, and then, you know, it's their second year going, so you might have an easier time. And then, you know, Annie doesn't speak Spanish, but a lot of the employees do. She is really for all of the plans, and, you know, we had suggested that she talk to everyone. I mean, I know you guys do a good job enrolling and selling, but, you know, it's really different when you hear the owner, who they all worked with for years, the owner's daughter, being such a proponent. So just so you guys are aware.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and Annie was very helpful last year. They did try to get everybody to come sit with us that was interested. Now this year, because we're assisting Wendy in enrolling the core, all the employees are supposed to run through and sit with us so that they can make their medical selection. But they did want us, the new product that we're offering from Colonial is the Colonial Dental, because they wanted a dental product offered to the employees as well. So we're putting on the Colonial Dental plan as a new product this year. All right, so like Wendy said, the medical is going to be through United Healthcare. There's 3 United Healthcare plans, and Wendy's going to share about those a little bit later. They have the United Healthcare Gold Alliance HMO Signature Value Plan, and the United Healthcare Silver Focus HMO Deductible Signature Value Plan, and the United Healthcare Gold Focus HMO Signature Value Plan. And what Wendy and her teams provided are the employee worksheets. So the employee worksheets, I'll pull them up right now so you can take a look at them. They are very, when you get to the, you'll just have to pull up for each employee as you sit with them. And you can see their name is on here, and it will show what their deductions are for the plans, and they choose which one they want. You can see how much you're going to input into our enrollment system, because it is manual input for the plan, and you'll enter any dependents that they want covered. And it'll be quite easy. And these amounts, it looks like all of the amounts on these worksheets are weekly amounts. Is that correct, Wendy?
Yes, they're paid on a weekly basis, so that's what we used on the worksheet, weekly.
Right, and they do, though, however, they do have some employees that are paid semi-monthly. Not a whole lot, but a few of the employees are hello? A few of the employees are paid good. A few of the employees are paid semi-monthly, so when you encounter any of the semi-monthly employees, you'll just have to look over in the grand total, a column over here, take that amount, multiply by 52, then divide by 24, and you'll come up with a semi-monthly amount so it'll print correctly on their election form. Now, I'm sure everybody knows that there's this handy-dandy little find button, so you don't have to scroll through the whole thing, and you just write the name of the employee that you're looking for and hit find, and it'll start, well, here it is on a Jose, and then it'll just keep going. There's another Jose. It'll just go through and it'll find whoever you're looking for. So you don't have to scroll through it page by page looking for an employee. I just wanted to point that out, so when you're looking for an employee's worksheet, it won't take you that long. And if this employee, like here's an employee you can see has spouse coverage, so it'll show the rates for who the employees have covered before, and then you can see the grand total column will add up for each of the employees, what the cost, what their cost is going to be, and what the employer cost is going to be for each of the plans that are here of the 3 plans, and so that they can pick the one that works best for them. Now, the employer pays 70% of the silver plan. Is that the one they pay 70% of the employee cost, Wendy?
Yes, the silver plan.
Silver plan, and then they have to buy up for the other plans, and they have to, of course, pay for their dependents.
Right.
And we'll look at that in a little bit. Now, I do have Wendy has provided the UHC template, so we're going to, after we finish the enrollment, I'll get the data into the template so she can submit it. So does that mean that UHC, are there going to be any paper applications for UHC that the employees will have to fill out, or will UHC take all the information electronically?
They will take it electronically. Their spreadsheet's kind of fussy, so if you have to import that data in your own kind of Excel spreadsheet, we could do the transferring. So I don't know, if in case it's not compatible. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll put at the end of the enrollment, we'll get you what you need, that's for sure. And I did provide over to Annie yesterday to get to the employees a reminder notice for to give to the employees to take home, so that they will come with the dependent social and date of birth, because on that spreadsheet it had a column for dependent social, so it looks like UHC does want the dependent socials, correct?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we did send, hopefully Annie was able to get to the employees that reminder notice so that they come with it. But if all else fails, usually if the employee can get a hold of their spouse always knows that information.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, guys, but it's usually the men that don't know this information about their family.
We're just guys.
But hopefully, it's just you guys there. Okay, so that's nice that we won't need to fill out any paper enrollment forms for this group, and since we're just enrolling medical and we have the UHC template, everything will be electronic on Harmony.
Yeah.
And because we have the employee worksheets, when you pull up medical insurance, you'll select the plan that they want. You'll, once you've, look at the total column over there, put in the manual input amount for the employee and the manual input for the employer, and of course remember to add all of the dependents that they want covered, so that the dependents will also print out in our data return spreadsheet. And I have it enabled that you have to collect the dependent socials and date of birth. So you will have to collect that information because we know we need it in our template. I'm going to scroll down real quick because I know Edwin said that he needs to get off in 30 minutes, and so I want him to hear Wendy explain about the 3 plans that are offered. So Wendy, can you tell about the 3 plans, the United Healthcare plans that are offered, and maybe explain, the ways that they can present the plans to the employees and help them make the choice?
Sure. Yeah, and also at the back of those worksheets, there are benefit summaries. They're good, nice one-page benefit summaries that give you the plan details. So the base plan is the Silver Focus plan. It does have a $2,000 deductible. It is an HMO plan. So, they need a primary care doctor. They are moving from similar plans at HealthNet. They were on HMOs before. This is a similar network. Actually, HealthNet, they were on a slightly better plan. HealthNet wanted to downgrade them to a plan, so they were on gold plans. We're moving them to a silver option with the base plan, but it actually has a lot of benefits before the deductible. So if you can see on this, just some of the things that I would like pointed out is even though there is a deductible on this plan, there are a lot of services before the deductible, and they're all listed here on the summary with deductible waived. So if you look at PC/specialist, it's primary care and specialist. It's a $45 copay for primary care and $65 for a specialist. Those benefits are actually similar to what they had previously, even though this is a downgraded plan. If you look down this, they get physical therapy with a copay, deductibles waived. They get chiropractic care with a copay, deductibles waived. If you go down to lab and x-ray, they have a $25 copay for either service before the deductible. They have advanced radiology before the deductible. And that's important because usually advanced radiology is going towards your deductible, but it is just a $200 copay. Emergency room is a $400 deductible, or $400 copay before your deductible. Does seem kind of high, but they used to have a percentage anyways on their old plan. So I would rather have a set copay than pay a percentage up to your out-of-pocket, you know. Also, they have ambulance. Oh, go ahead.
That's true. I like set pays better than a percentage myself.
Yeah, because then you know what you're going to pay. The ambulance care before the deductible is one of the biggest selling points of this plan because that, that's a pretty low copay, and so most of the services that a healthy person is going to encounter, they're really only paying their deductible for an inpatient stay or outpatient surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, of course, drugs are there with a copay, but, it might be a little bit of a rougher sell because they are going from a plan with no deductible, but the copays were similar to these copays. So,
okay.
Yeah, so they're paying 70% of that plan. If they want, they could buy up to the next plan, and the next plan is the Focus Gold plan. Yeah, the Focus Gold. Same network as the Silver plan, but this plan has no deductible, and then it's just set copays for everything. So primary care and specialist, $30 and $50. Physical therapies, a set copay. Lab and x-ray, it's still $25. You're paying up for a plan, but your copays are a little less on some of the areas, but look, advanced radiology is the same, it's $200. Emergency room copay is a little bit less, and the ambulance is the same. So that's why we really, and the employer is really backing that silver plan because of all those services before the deductible. So they're pretty easy plans. The next plan that's being offered is also, it's the same exact gold plan, it's just the Alliance network. So it's just a little bit broader network. I'm going to be on hand all 3 days, so if they want to look some doctors up, there should only be a handful of people who are picky about their doctors. This is from experience on their last plan. I'll be there, look up the different networks.
So when you're looking, like you said, there's not a lot of difference between the copays and stuff on the two gold plans. So the Focus network, the Focus is the name of the network then?
Yes, the Focus is the network, and the Alliance is the network, and it's broader.
Okay. And it's broader. So if you go to United Healthcare and you're looking for networks, you just would type in Alliance. And type if you're looking for the Alliance network, and Focus if you're looking for the Focus network.
I can send instructions. Their website's not the easiest.
Yeah, that would be helpful if you'd send instructions, please. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, Patrick, Edwin, does anybody have any questions about the plan?
No, you just answered the one that I was going to have about the Focus and the Alliance. So.
I probably, because I'm driving, sometimes comes in and out. Membership hospitalization, does deductible apply there?
Yes. So on the
Okay.
silver plan, on their base plan, the deductible will apply to, you said hospitalization, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on the gold plan they could buy up to, there's no deductible, so they go right into co-insurance for the hospitalization, and it's 30%. I know you can't see it, but it's on there.
Okay, and that goes towards their max out of pocket then, correct?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All copays, all copays are going towards the out-of-pocket as well.
Oh, good. And I don't think we mentioned that, but the Silver Network, the individual out-of-pocket is $67.50 a year, including the deductible, so that's nice. And then the Focus Gold is $5,500, and I think the Alliance was also $50. Yeah, both of them are $5,500 for the individual out-of-pocket max, and then they don't have an individual deductible. So, because lots of times the employees want to know what their max out-of-pocket is going to be, so you'll have that information here. And I put their summaries. Wendy provided summaries as well, and those are I'll send them to you as well, and they are also in our doc centers where you can the 7-page summary. So in case, and like Wendy said, she'll be there if you have any questions. But if not, these 7-page summaries, you can sometimes find something on what if they want to know about bone marrow transplants, it's in here, kind of thing. So you can, answer some questions that they have on various co-payments and deductibles if they're interested. And, they're trying to compare and find the plan. But generally, you'll find most employees tend to want to select the plan that costs them the least amount of money, which is going to be the silver plan. Is that what you usually find, Wendy?
Yes. And
okay,
but it's a really good plan too, so that they can rest assured. It's not like selling them a bronze. They have a lot of services for a copay, so yeah. They will probably go for the least expensive.
And at least it's not a plan that they have to run down to Mexico like the Saludi Moss plan.
Right.
They can find it because United Healthcare has quite a large network in Southern California, so they should have doctors quite close that they can utilize. Alrighty, so then we'll go back. Let me find my guide. There it is. So those, and I put the brief summaries as well in the enrollment guide, and I'll get this off to everybody. And I think, let's see, and then there's no vision and there's no dental other than the Colonial Dental, which Gabriel Containers wanted to be sure that we had the that a dental option for the employees, and so they asked us to put in the Colonial Dental. So be sure you have dental brochures because that's the newest plan that we're offering for Colonial. This group has currently we have accident plan with a preferred or premier with health and off-the-job disability rider for the spouse. We're also offering disability, which in this type of industry is quite an attractive plan, and Peggy has been secured for new hires, and so we haven't seen any employees since last enrollment. And last enrollment, I think, Wendy, you said there's currently 92 employees?
Yes, there were 92 total. I'm not sure if that includes some part-timers. It was kind of hard to get their census. They didn't have it automated, but yes, there was 92
right,
or 92 on the census.
Okay. Last year we had 85 employees, so it looks like there's a few additional employees then for the employees. And some of most of the employees are hourly, which are paid weekly, but there are some salary employees which are paid those employees are paid semi-monthly. And so if they're currently in our database, you'll be able to see how many their pay frequency. But anybody that you have to add to the database, you'll have to, ask them if they're paid every week or if they're paid twice a month, so that you'll be able to select the correct pay frequency for them. And then the other products that the Gabriel Storage wanted Gabriel Containers wanted offered to their employees are the life products. So term life is available, the whole life is available, the universal life is available, along with the the long-term disability, the long-term care riders on those two plans, and then they have a group medical bridge plan in place. The plan 2 with a $1,500 and a $3,000 for the hospitalization, which will, as you can see, when you have the plans that they have to pay 30% and it goes up to $5,500, that would be quite attractive to help cover their out-of-pocket expenses whenever they're in the hospital. So our group medical bridge plan is there to help fill in the gap on the coverages that they have on their plans. And so we can show them how that will work, and it will hopefully they'll see the advantage, and especially with Annie promoting it, since she was able to utilize our plans and get paid some claims money. I'm trying to think. Does anybody else have any questions about the group? The enrollment starts, as far as I know, unless Wendy's heard differently, it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning on the 12th. Is that the time that you have that we're starting, Wendy?
I thought it was the 9th, but, or I'm sorry, at 9 a.m. on the 12th, but, oh no, it's 8. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like 8.
Okay, sure. So get there a little early so that you can be set up, ready to go. And I know that last year they did 2 group meetings, a group meeting in the morning and a group meeting in the afternoon. Wendy, if you don't speak Spanish, I'm sure Adrian or Edwin on the 12th will help translate anything that you want on the 3 core plans. But otherwise, Adrian or Edwin should do the presentation at the group meeting if it's Spanish, and we'll be able to, as soon as the group meeting is finished, we'll be able to start immediately the one-on-one meetings. And Annie is quite, she'll have the air traffic controller and help send the employees to sit with us one-on-one while we cycle through all the employees over the 3 days.
Right. Okay.
Wendy, do you know what time the employees get off each day? I mean, are they all leave at 5 o'clock or?
I don't have it. When I'm looking for the email from Sandy Sanders is the broker on this. I'm the general agent. I thought she had 9 to 4 as the date, so I'm trying to find that email.
I will email Sandy over. If I get any updated times over the weekend, guys, I'll get it to you on the weekend. But I know on the end of November when we set the dates for the 12th, 13th, and 14th, Annie said she wanted the office opens at 8 a.m. and they wanted to do the first meeting, I think, around 8:30 a.m., which is why I put 8 a.m. here so that we could all be ready to go by the time that they wanted to do the meetings.
Okay, that's no problem.
And then did you have it until 4 or to 5?
Let's see if she wrote that down on that email. Of course, now I lost it. Oh, let's see. I mean, last year we did the afternoon meeting was at 3:30, so I think they might be open later than 4, since last year the afternoon meeting was at 3:30. To try to catch, I think they might have a second shift of employees or something.
Okay.
But I'll email Annie and Sandy just to verify the begin and end time with everybody, and I'll get it to you. They're usually quite good about replying and everything.
I mean, I'm going to be there all day. So.
Yeah. In the meantime, we know it's going to be close to an 8 a.m. start, so you can also, talk with Annie and verify for the 3 days the end and start times that she wants to be sure all her employees are covered on the different shifts that they might have. And let's see. I'll send. I'll send. Be sure to send copies of the pre-ed flyers. I'll send to you the free enrollment flyer so that you can make copies of it to pass out at the group meeting so employees can see the products listed that we are going to be offering. And then they did want us to be sure to double check the profile with all the employees so that we can return updated information to Annie on any updated addresses, any updated phone numbers, double check, date of hire, date of birth, gender, be sure, we have the correct information because sometimes it's pretty easy to miss if we don't. And then the usual, remember that the electronic signature needs the password from the employee. That's their, for their electronic signature. So don't type the password for the employee. Let them create their own password and put in there. Other than that, I think, Wendy, do you have anything else that you want to share about the group?
No, I'm good unless anybody has any questions.
No, I'm good. That's pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, and the Colonial Dental, I was going to be, putting in the Plan 2, the Plan 3, the Plan 4, those 3 options for the employees, and the riders will be available for the vision and the ortho. So have the brochures, and whoever does conduct the meeting, be sure to discuss the Colonial Dental as the newest offering available this year. So that Gabriel Containers wanted to be sure that there was a dental option for their employees. And then of course the other brochures for our other products, so that you can mention that, because most of the employees here, and from the discovery form you can see claims that are paid, and so it's always nice when you're conducting the group meeting to mention that, oh, it looks like this much money was paid in claims for employees who had policies last year, and that makes our plans attractive when they realize that they can get paid, because Colonial does try to make it easy for claims to be paid as long as the claim information is filled out and they get what they need from doctors. That's usually the sticky point, is getting everything that they need from doctors. Other than that, I think if you don't have any questions about, for Wendy about any of the medical plans, or any questions about the group, this is not a complicated enrollment, and we will be done.
Yep, no issues for me.
Thank you.
And then I'm just going to say our password for those that are going to listen to it is Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. And Wendy, I really appreciate you giving up some time on a Friday evening so that you could explain plans to my benefit counselors.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for getting this all taken care of. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Good night, kids.
Good night.
Bye.